Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Raton Race Deluxo race. Getting a start, we did hit that turbo. Unlike everyone else, it seems, they failed the startup, except for this black car who seems to also be fully upgraded, just like my car. And I have done this race quite a bit lately, so I do know everything about it. That guy seemed to have overturned back there, so I am going to get quite a bit of speed ahead of him. A bit of a gap as we race through these gateways and constantly check behind me to see really how far back his overturning is getting him, and it's quite bad. But that doesn't mean I will have secured my win. This is a 3-lap race, so at any point in these 3 laps he could catch up and pass me. It really all depends on how well I take my corners as well. Going around the 180, going towards the next 180, which is just a little bit wider, and through the straight we're going to catch up a little bit of altitude here, just so I can keep my straightforward momentum and keep going fast while also gaining a little bit of altitude, so I can reach this checkpoint up here on top of the gigantic tube. And then of course we go back down. Correct me if I'm wrong, I do believe that the Deluxo races are not in Creator, so you can't make your own custom races with using the Deluxo. Well, you can have your Deluxo. I don't know if you can create a Deluxo race such as this one, which is a Rockstar official race. Heading through the gigantic tube, we're gonna get up here and hit the speed boost. We still are not able to fly up, we're just allowed to hover, so we are gonna make a small descent back down to the water as we head back into the Raton Canyon and towards the waterfall in Train Bridge. We are now able to gain altitude as we come up to air gates, which I am going to go a little low on this one as the rest of the gates are a little lower, and I can hit this small gap right here, making it easier to turn through the gates and keep momentum. Seems Tingly Tiger, which is an amazing gamer tag if I do say so myself, has failed that turn quite a few times, or they've just decided to give up and go exploring. That seems to have been quite a trend in some of these, especially for those who don't actually own the Deluxo. The rest of the group, meaning 7th through 5th, or 2nd through 5th, are a little bit farther back than I am. I have done this race quite a bit, so I do know all the turns, the braking points, and the speed boosts. And I thought that matte black Deluxo was going to be quite the competition, but it seems as though they haven't fully mastered their car, which has been quite a big factor in success throughout these races, as well as knowing the turns and not letting the checkpoint locations blind you. Again, trying to gain altitude while also keeping momentum straight forward. I am going to lower my wheels now and hit the turns without trying to spin out. I am going to go on the insides and go wide on the straights, just to decrease the amount of G-force I gain from the turns as I enter lap 2 with my newest best lap of 4 minutes and 35 seconds, which isn't quite good towards the world record, but it's an advancement. And it seems as though 7th place has decided to go mudding with their Deluxo. It seems as though that everyone else in the race has been spread quite a bit apart from each other, making it a lot easier for me to keep my podium position, as the others do not have the ability to catch each other's slipstream, which would have made them faster and more aerodynamic. But because they are so spread apart, the likeliness of them even catching up to one another are very slim, unless catch-up factor is in there, is on their side. I'm gonna gain momentum and keep gain altitude and keep momentum. It seems as though 5th place just left the race. Seems to have given up. I don't know, maybe the awkwardness of the checkpoints has gotten to him and made him rage quit, or he could have even had an internet outage. Don't really know. Of course, this is a public race and I don't have contact with any of the other racers. I was lucky enough to see that the host has made this a contact race, which has made my experience just a little bit better. Going back through Raton Canyon. The train is passing overhead on the bridge. We're gonna gain altitude now. Again, keeping low altitude on this gate so that we can take the straightaway through these gates and not have to turn, which would make me lose quite a bit of forward momentum and overall top speed. I am going to lower myself here a bit to go through this one in a tight corner. And then we will go back into hovering through this water straight away, and then swap over to our wheels once we hit land once again. Again, trying not to skid my tires on turns, and also trying to make it through this gate, which I almost didn't make it through. I'm gonna continue our turning as we hit the speed boost, going up this way. Bit of a jump coming up as we enter hover mode to fly through these air gates and the tunnel. We have still quite a bit of distance from 2nd place. I will check right now. 2nd place is a full 2 minutes behind me. As we come up to the very few last turns of lap 2. Try to straighten out so we don't skid on our landing. Bit of a tight turn. We had a little bit too much speed for that turn and for this one, but we have managed to survive them. We come up to the very last turn onto the straightaway of the 2nd lap and enter the 3rd lap, the 3rd and final one, hitting once again a new fastest lap of 4 minutes and 33 seconds. We've got quite a bit more momentum than we did last time going through here, so I am going to be a little bit more concerned about the drift of my momentum as I start to hover through these gates. Paying attention to the style that Rockstar has put into their races, the blimps across the entire track all say, quote, racing in style, which is the achievement, the in-game achievement that you receive solely just for racing or getting a podium finish in the Deluxo races. And of course that is an RP achievement, so it will help you level up. Not only does racing level you up, but also so does the achievements you receive from the racing, such as getting enough turbo starts, which is what I use to get ahead of everyone else in the race, as well as just doing the races and getting podium finishes in the races will get you quite a bit of experience and good achievements. We'll come around this wide 135-degree turn, I believe it is. And never mind, it's a 270-degree turn. Coming back into the tunnel as we hover through the water and come up to the speed boost up here. This is my first 3-lap race and I am starting to lose my voice trying to commentate the entire time and keeping it manageable to understand what I'm saying, which I don't know if I am doing a good job. After that, this recording might get scrapped. It might not. I don't know. That's the whole beauty of racing without, or recording without voice lines, which has become more and more common for me, just not bothering to make voice lines and improvising the entire time. Get a little bit of a drink there. My tonsils feel like they're on fire from talking this much. Second place has just dropped out of the race. I don't understand why people are dropping out of the race this quickly, as they still will be making quite a good amount of money just from being a part of the race. Okay. Try not to stall out my vehicle as we accelerate again after accidentally hitting that gate back there, which seems like such a rookie move to me, but it's happened and I'm not enjoying what did happen. But I still have quite the amount of distance from second place, as I do believe they just started their third lap and I am coming up towards the end of mine. Third and fourth place will be starting their second or third, most likely third lap. I'm not quite sure anymore. I haven't really been paying attention to their lap positions. Judging from the amount of time, I would say fourth is most likely on their second lap, and second and third are on their third. Second place is about halfway done with their third lap as I come up to the finish line, ending in first place with a time of 13 minutes and 51 seconds.